Hello YouTube, this is Blurred Sci-Fi Gamer. Welcome to Blurred Pokemon Plays, an archive of all of my Pokemon ROM hack development. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome back. In this video, we are finally ready to take on Clair, the leader of the Blackthorn Gym. So we get into the Blackthorn Gym. My original footage that I used to defeat Clair was actually wiped for the junior trainer portion and the puzzle. Want to make sure you guys are able to see all of the junior trainers and the puzzle. I went and played that section back. The team is discontinuous. So the team that is being used for the junior trainers in the puzzle is not the same team as the team I'm fighting with Clair. The team I'm fighting with Clair is a couple levels higher. That is the main game team that will continue after this video. Just want to give you guys a heads up. So again, I had to go back and redo the recording from an old save state for the junior trainer and the puzzle portion of this gym. So you see the first junior trainer, not too much here, just Tratinis, Horsey, Seadra. The main thing I wanted to go for in this gym is to get more diversity in the junior trainers. That's a theme with all of the gyms in this ROM hack. There's only two dragon families, the Kingdra line and the Dratini line, in Gen 2, in Pokémon Crystal. That does not leave us a lot of Pokemon to work with. Therefore, the design principle was to use dragon-like Pokemon, not necessarily dragon-type Pokemon. Took some inspiration from future gens. You're going to see some Easter eggs in this gym. I will point them out as they happen. Just did the best we can, giving this gym some diversity. This gym is a puzzle. It's going to require strength, so you must have strength in your party to get to Clair. In this stage of the game, strength is a decently powerful normal move. Putting it in your party is not going to harm your party too much. I'd imagine some Pokemon in your party has strength. Fran has her Seadra. As for the levels, trying to keep the junior trainers levels roughly at parity with the player. You should be between level 35 and level 40 at the time of the gym. That's about normal. That's about what you're going to see the junior trainers as. Should be around parity as you, the player, at this point. Similar to the ice path, you're going to want to push the boulders into the holes, except for instead of stopping your momentum, these boulders are going to create bridges over the lava on the bottom floor. Pupitar is an addition to the junior trainers in this gym. You saw Larvitar earlier, now you see Pupitar. Tyranitar is a dragon. Even though it's not dragon typed, it's clearly dragon inspired and dragon like, and compatible as a breeder with dragon Pokemon. And we see Steelix here. Steelix is another Pokemon that is arguably dragon-like. This is a reference to Pokemon Stadium 2. Lance does have a Steelix in Pokemon Stadium 2. That's where I got the idea of throwing a Steelix into this gym. The gym theme is obviously dragon-type Pokemon. However, Clair, like Vanilla, still gives out Dragon Breath as a TM. That is the move you will see on these junior trainers, is Dragon Breath. Again, that's unchanged from Vanilla, the Dragon Breath TM. Cool Trainer Mike here has a Feraligatr. Feraligatr is not a dragon. However, it looks quite Godzilla-like. It does learn Dragon Dance in later gens. This is another Easter egg. Therefore, Feraligatr just makes sense in this gym. Now we reach our last junior trainer here. Cool Trainer Lola will be using 3 dragon-like Pokemon. First we have Ampharos. This is a callback or call forward to Ampharos does have a dragon-typed Mega Evo. Thus fits. Ampharos is now able to learn Dragon Breath in this ROM hack. Kilimanjaro is just doing his thing. Arcanine, commonly cited as a dragon-like Pokemon in Gen 1, especially being able to learn Dragon Rage. Arcanine, design-wise, doesn't seem very dragon-like, so I always found those references to be quite interesting in Gen 1. However, they are strong. I mean, it gets Dragon Rage in Gen 1. If you didn't see the previous videos where Typhlosion reached level 39, again, this is new footage, as the old footage was accidentally wiped. That's why Typhlosion is learning Flamethrower again. Typhlosion reaching level 39. A lot of Pokemon between approximately level 37 and 43 will learn those elemental attacks. Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Psychic, Sludge Bomb, all those base 90 powerful moves usually will fall into that level category. Executor, using Dragon Breath here, that is another Easter egg. Executor does have a dragon form in later gens, hence why it appears in this gym and why it's using Dragon Breath. Executor can learn Dragon Breath in this ROM hack. That is an Easter egg. As we get to Clair here, done some design changes with Clair. The most significant thing is that this first Dragonite coming out is Clair's only Dragonair. Clair does not have 3 Dragonair anymore. In fact, that is a design principle I have kept consistent for this ROM hack. There are no more duplicate Pokemon. No 3 Dragonair. Suicune is a very effective Pokemon for taking on Clair, being that it gets both Aurora Beam and Dragon Breath when you catch it at level 40. If you have not caught Suicune, I do recommend going to get Suicune. It will help, at least with this gym, even if you don't plan on using it permanently on your team. Lapras is an addition here into Clair's team. Lapras is dragon-like, and Clair is going to have a water-themed gym. You'll find the movesets for Clair's Pokemon in the description. All of them are Rest Talkers. They are running two coverage moves, Rest and Sleep Talk, for longevity. Lambchocks here make short work of Lapras, so you don't get to see it. Lapras has the classic Bolt Beam combination of Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, Rest and Sleep Talk. Great coverage. For some reason, I thought that wasn't going to wipe out Ampharos. The bird sitting here in the back. It's an easy switch, but I did want to at least just show you guys that Gyarados can now learn Earthquake. In Gen 2 and in Gen 1, Gyarados and Dragonite and a lot of the flying Pokemon cannot learn Earthquake. However, Earthquake is a staple move of Gyarados in future gens. It's an outstanding coverage move. So I wanted to show you guys that. And last but not least, we have her ace Kingdra. Kingdra is extremely powerful, now at level 47. That is her ace. It is the strongest Pokemon you have seen in the game to date. With Waterfall, Dragon Breath, Rest, and Sleep Talk, Kingdra is very difficult to take down. It does not have any weaknesses other than to the move Dragon Breath or Dragon type moves, which they're just not that common at this point in the game. And Clair has the TM for them. Strategy wise, you can see I'm going for a Suicune versus Kingdra matchup. Suicune is not weak to Dragon Breath, but can use Dragon Breath. For Kingdra, really all you can do is get lucky and just continue to attack her with your strongest attacks. The Pokemon on this playthrough on my team all have very high base stats. Therefore, Kingdra's not too overwhelming. However, if you're using a more novelty Pokemon with lower base stats, you may find Kingdra to be extremely challenging to take down. Suicune is definitely a big time help. Starmie with its high speed is able to come in and will be able to hopefully knock out Kingdra right here with Psychic. And it does. I have removed items in this ROM hack. Not held items, but items for gym leaders. They will no longer use a Hyper Potion or a full Restore at the end. I believe that's a little cheap towards the player. Hopefully that change makes it feel a little bit more competitive. And after defeating Clair, she will not give you the badge this time. You're gonna have to go to Dragon's Den. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and join our community.